Shalom Israel, Shalom, Shalom. Brother Benjamin Youngwolf, back with another video. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashima Mashakom Yahushai, Yahweh who the world ignorant calls God, and Yahweh Shai who the world ignorant calls Jesus Christ. Right, it's gonna be a quick video for the spirit, right? We're gonna read a quick verse for the spirit, right? Revelation chapter 2 and verse 25. Right, let's get there. Is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 25. And it reads this, right? But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. Right? I'm going to read that again. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. Right? And that's Yahweh Shai speaking. That's red letter. Right? So the Most I say, what you have already, hold fast. Right? Is the Most High, is Christ talking about the houses you have, right? The mansions, right? The cars, right? All the money you got, right? The Christ is not talking about that, right? It says, I'm gonna read it again, Revelation 2:25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. Which is that? The word, right? Right? This truth, right? The law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Basham Mashiach Malak Yahushua, right? You gotta hold fast, right? Till the what? Till Christ come, right? Till he make his second appearance, right? You gotta continue to stand 10 toes down, right? Continue to serve the Most High, while Yahweh Shai, right? Keep the laws and commandments. You got to hold fast to this truth, right? Don't let no man take your crown, right? Don't let no man make you leave this truth, right? So you got to hold fast to this word, right? This truth, right? Eternal life, right? The kingdom of heaven, righteousness, right? Everlasting life, immortality, all these things we got to hold fast. Because what? The Most High, Yahweh Bashima Mashiach Komlak Yahweh Shai talks about that, right? So we got to hold fast till Yahweh Shai come, right? I'm going to read on verse 26. And he says, and he that overcometh, right? I'm going to read that again. And he that overcometh, right? And keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. I'm going to read that again. Verse 26, Revelation 2 and verse 26. It says, and he that overcometh, right? That you got to overcome, right? No matter what you come against, no matter what you face in this truth, right? Right? It could be your family, right? Temptation once you're out there on the plantation, you're out there working, right? You walk in the streets, it could be anything, right? You gotta be able to overcome these things, because what if you don't overcome, you're gonna fall, right? You're gonna fall and you're gonna be sifted out, and when next time you check it, you're gonna be back into the world, right? You're gonna be back into sin, right? And that's the last thing you want to happen. I'm gonna read that again. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, right? Until the end. That's why I say, he that endureth until the end, the same shall be saved. It's not how you started, it's how you finish. Right? You gotta finish that race. Right? You gotta go through, no matter what you gotta go through, because what? This truth is not all about partying and drinking and feast days. Yes, that's the righteousness, that's great. But on the other side, you gotta go through temptation, right? Long suffering, right? You gotta have patience, right? You're gonna go through temptation, right? You're gonna go through, for lack of better terms, you're gonna go through hell in this truth, right? But you gotta endure to the end, because what? It's a great reward, right? From the Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? And there's nothing better than that, right? I'm gonna read that again. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, right? So he that endureth to the end, the Most High is gonna make us reign over these nations. But in order for you to do that, you gotta serve Yahweh Shem Shai. Keep the laws and commandments, right? Keep the Sabbath day holy, right? Stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, right? Stop eating pork, right? Stop breaking the Sabbath day, right? Stop mingling with these other nations, right? The so-called the Edomites, right? The Moabites, all these other nations. Stop hanging out with these other nations, right? Stop having kids with these other nations, because what? It's a sin also, right? To be with the other nations, right? Right? Honor your mother and father, right? Love your brother, right? Don't hate your brother in your heart, right? All these things you gotta do so you can inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai. And there's more to that, right? Wearing your fringes, right? Correcting your brother when he's going off, right? Praying, fasting, studying, right? Doing the work, right? Bringing the lordship to the house, bringing the lordship of the house of Israel back to the Most High on the highways and byways. All these things you gotta do, right? You gotta we got to do as much as we can before Yahweh Shai comes back, right? And he said to him, and I'm gonna read that one more time. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. Right? We're gonna rule over these nations, right? Like it says in Revelation, they're gonna be our slaves. We're gonna put them in captivity, right, into slavery, the same way they did it to us. Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. Right? We're gonna, Galatians 6 and 9, right? All these things, like Galatians 6 and 7, right? All these things we're going to be doing, right, to the other nations, right? We're going to take them captives, whose captives they were, right? Paraphrasing, right? So all these things we got to do, but in order for us to get that eternal life, get this rulership, right, get the kingdom, right, slaves, right? All these things we got to serve Yahweh Bashim Hashai, right? Because the Most High is not going to give you the kingdom of heaven for free. You got to work for the kingdom of heaven, right? Right? And that's the greatest prize. So it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy walk. It's not going to be 1 to 3, right? You're going to go through hell. But all these things, the Most I have to test you to see if you're really about this truth, right? To see if you really want to serve Him, if you're really ready to give up your life for this truth, right? No matter what comes against you, your worldly families, you ten toes down because what? At the end of the day, the Most High give breath and He could take breath back, right? The Most High woke you up this morning. He could take you. Tomorrow is not promised. He could take your life tomorrow, right? So there's nothing better to do than to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? We ought to be God rather than men, right? Straight up. I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read that from the top. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end. To him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken, that they be broken down to shivers, even as I receive of my fathers. Right? Right? So brothers gotta remember that, right? You gotta endure to the end. Right? So you could rule over these nations, put these nations in chains, right? And they're going to be underneath us. And guess what? So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, right? The lordship of the house of Israel, right? The Israelites, right? The real Jews, right? We're going to rule over these other nations, right? Thus save the Lord, thus save the Holy Bible, right? And with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach Kom Lak Yahushai, right? Most of that was a quick verse for the spirit, right? On the Salakia, right now, the time because I'm on a plantation, Salakia. Most I will now be back for another video for the spirit, right? Again, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach Kom Lak Yahushai, Benjamin Youngwolf, right? Most I will now be back with another video. Come here, Shalom. And so, like your brothers, continue to stay strong in the spirit, continue to pray, fast, study, continue to check on brothers, continue to stand 10 toes down for the truth no matter what. Again, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Mashiach, Kom Lak Yahushai. Come here, Shalom.